In the biggest entitlement scandal since that last entitlement scandal, politicians have been claiming their travel allowance on nights they stay in their own Canberra homes, as well as claiming other tax deductions on those properties. Now, before you get annoyed, you must remember these are politicians, and screwing over the Australian public is entirely normal to them. Finance Minister Matthias Cormann, seen here creating jobs and smoke, appeared on ABC's Insiders to set the record straight on the issue. And he's demonstrated why he's Finance Minister with his acute understanding of just how much he's screwing over the Australian public to the exact dollar.
You own a property in Canberra and you receive $275 a night travel allowance?
I think it's $273 a night.
How could Barry Cassidy get it so wrong? It's almost like the ABC got rid of their fact-check unit. But later in the interview, Cormann accepted full responsibility for exploiting the entitlement system.
I don't make the rules. None of us as politicians make the rules. We're just expected to comply with them.
Cormann's right. They are technically playing by the rules, but they're also being jerks. They're basically the Nick Kyrgios of federal politics. Now, the travel allowance is a mixed bag for politicians. On the upside, they get paid $275 a night.
I think it's $273.
On the upside, they get paid $273 to stay a night in Canberra. On the downside, they have to stay a night in Canberra. And sure, $273 might seem a little excessive, but you've got to remember accommodation for politicians can be expensive. Yes, Senator Eric Abetz owns his own house, but where's he going to find that extra money to sleep the way he likes, suspended upside down like a bat? To put this all in perspective, the $273 allowance our politicians receive nightly is more than the $263 allowance someone on Newstart receives weekly. But to be fair, our politicians work much harder than people on Newstart.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
So just to recap, if you're a taxpayer in Australia, not only do you pay property investors to lose money on their investments with negative gearing, but you also have to pay for politicians to sleep in a house that they already own. Oh, fuck this. I'm going to give that Mossack Fonseca bloke a call. Hello? And just in case you're wondering, here are the MPs who own a property in Canberra.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
And here are the MPs who own a cubby house in Canberra.
Every day I'm hustling.
There are a lot of Australians outraged by politicians' use of entitlements, but it's important to remember that generally our politicians are careful with our tax dollars.
Bronwyn Bishop spends $5,000 on 80-kilometre charter helicopter flight from Melbourne to Geelong.
Second George Brandis bookcase cost $15,000 after first was too big to move.
Taxpayers fork out $3,000 a week for a mansion Tony Abbott doesn't want.
Taxpayers spend $150,000 a year in rent for ministerial office with no minister.
Actually, on second thought, you've got a right to be pissed.